Hey, I'm back working on these 4-barrel Cleveland heads. I glass beaded them, I flat filed and sanded all the gasket surfaces. I ground all of his Manley valves the other day. And today I'm going to be installing valve guides and hardened exhaust seats. Hey everybody, happy Thursday, how we doing? Let's get these heads up in my machine and get busy with them. I actually had in mind to finish these Pontiac heads that I'd put guide and hard seats in, and I'd been waiting for these valves to show up. So these valves are made by PEP, Precision Engine Parts, out of Carson City, Nevada. Well, SBI Corporation bought that company and moved the entire facility to Tennessee. So I ordered these valves out of Tennessee. Problem is they're 100 thousandths too long. They're for the early Pontiac 400, not the 71 and later. I don't know why. They changed the valve length on them. Thanks, Pontiac. Now I got to order a different set of valves, and they got to come out of Tennessee. So that job's going to be on hold again. I got to call the customer. A little disappointed. They showed up this morning. I was all excited to get those finished, but I got this forward to work on today for you guys. So let's get going. This isn't going to be a normal guide install. Normally I take a core drill, drill them, then I come back through and ream them with this 1/2-inch reamer. It's not going to work on this one. So if I did that, it would bust this guide boss because the guide's 1/2-inch diameter. Look how small they tapered that down to when they ported it. So I'm going to have to spot face them down to get more material where I don't split out that guide boss. Now here we are on the other side, and I got another issue with this thinness. So these have guide liners and they're cut for seals. If I just went down through that with my core drill and stuff, it'd split this too. So I'm going to have to spot face them from this side before I can core drill them and ream them. A lot of extra work. I can do it though. There's another challenge that I have. The valves are canted, meaning they don't sit 90 degrees parallel from the deck. They sit at an angle, which is great for performance. It's bad for me because I cannot set the stop and go all the way across and machine these down. I'm going to have to measure each one individually. I can do it, just a lot more labor. Let me show you how I articulate the table. This table pivots in the middle here, like a teeter-totter. And I adjust it by the end here. I loosen this, I've already loosened the other end, and I loosen this clamp. And I manually just kind of lift it by hand. So I get it close. There you go, I'm close. And I tighten this lock, and I spin this until I get it level. Go, and then I just lock it. And there you go, it's level in both directions. There you can kind of see a difference in elevation from this side to this side. I measured it and it's 650 thousandths. Good thing it's not wintertime because I'd need traction control devices to operate up there. Let me spot face them. So then I'll just come up here. I'm going to use a valve seat and use that as a stop. And I'll do that on every one of them. Here we go. There we go. That's thick enough where it won't split that boss now. Let me do them all. Okay, now for the intakes. There you go. My spot facer wasn't big enough to get all the way to that diameter. I'm going to just knock that off with a chisel. And then I'm going to go in there with the carbide ball on a die grinder, and I'll hit the back sides. I didn't use a bigger one because I didn't want to get into the back side of this exhaust and create a big square angle there. So let me get that done. I'll be right back. Okay, now let's flip it over and do the other side. So here we are. I flipped it over. We're leveled on the exhaust. I'm going to spot face them. I had originally intended on putting the guides in from the top, core drilling, reaming, and installing. I changed my mind. I'm going to put it in through the combustion chamber side. So I should have done this operation first. Something else I forgot to mention. Look at this guide boss. So when I magnaflux these after they come out of the tank, I noticed this guide boss was broken. I think that happened during the swedging process from the K-line installation. Another thing, I'm going to be cutting these down a little bit lower than they did. The tops of these guides from the factory have a taper, and I like to cut down here closer. See that little ring down there? That's where the taper stopped. I'm going to get real close to that height, and that'll give them the option of running a bigger camshaft. I've never left guides this high in one of these engines. So let's cut them down. So I was just trying to determine guide height and how far I'm going to cut them down. I started measuring these from the top to the spring cuts on these, and these things vary 40 thousandths, the guide height. So whatever clown did these, I guess he didn't give a crap. So I'll get that figured out for you, don't worry. I wish you ever worked on these before, wouldn't have done that. It really has no effect over how it performs. It'll function great like that. But let me tell you, we ain't leaving this shop with them guides different heights like that. So I'm going to fix it. Once again, with canted valve, that does create a bit of an issue because I can't just set the stop and do them all. But here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to cut them down to the height of those 3 shims, 90 thousandths. Go. Okay, now they're all the same height. Let me flip it over. Okay, here we are. I got it leveled and I got the core drill in it. I'm going to core drill them, then ream them. And you're going up in this mount. So you better hang on. Okay, try not to puke. Okay, now I'm going to change out the core drill. Put in a reamer. I'll use oil on this. The core drill runs dry. This uses oil. Okay, here we go. I always start on the left, just like reading a book. Okay, back to the core drill. Let's do the exhaust. Here we go. Jeez, I got them installed and I forgot to film it. Let's see how they look. There you go, installed at the proper height. Let's check the fit, see how it sits on that seat. Oh boy, wait. Uh-oh, the phone's ringing. It's really ringing, guys. Man, it was those crazy lights again. Let's go over here and see what's going on. I fooled you guys, didn't I? I got them all started for you, now let's drive them in. Here you go. I didn't break any of them. I'm going to chamfer these and then put the seats in them. I'll ream them after I do the seal cut. Okay, now it's time to put some seats in it. I got the cutter in it, and I got it geared down to 74 RPM. So let's go. And that's what it looks like when you don't push record. There you go. They're all cut. I cleaned them off with some brake cleaner. It's going to put some Loctite on them and beat them in. The Loctite is for a lubricant, not necessarily to hold them, but it doesn't hurt. Here you go. Now let's put some angles on it. Don't forget to check your clamps and re-level it. Okay, now I just geared it up to 107. And I got my 3-angle cutter in the machine. Okay, there you go. It's ready to grind the seats. I gotta flip it over and cut the seals. The guides are gonna be too long. Let me get the other head in here. I won't show you the whole process. I'll just show you every step along the way. Here you go. I got the top done. This is 10 minutes from when I said I was gonna put this head in here. Let me flip it over. Okay, I just did this, 13 minutes. I'm gonna keep telling you how long it takes. Go valve guides, 19 minutes. It's 19 minutes after 6. Let's get some seats in them. So it's 6:33, that was 14 minutes. Hard seats, and they're cut. I'm gonna flip it over and do the seal cut now. Here you go, 6:43, that was 9 minutes. And the machine's clean. An hour and 4 minutes. Let me get the other head in there and I'll show you how I cut them seals. Just not as fast. Got the other head in here. It's level, and I got the seal cutter on the machine. Okay, here we go. I'm just cutting down to the lip that I made. Don't force this tool or the guide will break. There we go. Here you go, guides and seats. Ready to do the valve job, surface, and final assembly. There you go, it's about 7:30. I'm gonna head home. I'm gonna let this thing load up on my phone on the way. I edit as I go, so it doesn't take much after I'm done for actually to put it out. So I hope you guys enjoy it and have a great work day tomorrow, all right? And be nice to each other.